The 12 days of foot trading have begun. Do not forget, if you're a website subscriber, a brand new giveaway goes live every night at 7 p.m. on the website. So make sure you check the website out. You'll have until 6 p.m. the next day to get involved and enter dozens of giveaways for awesome prizes. All this culminating in an Xbox Series S giveaway at the end of the month. One of you guys will win it, and if you're a PlayStation user, we'll give you the cash or vouchers in return if you don't want the Xbox either way. So no matter what, everybody is covered, and it's not too late to get involved. If you subscribe to the website this month, you can enter all the giveaways and have the chance for an Xbox Series S. You'll make millions of coins, we guarantee it. You will make millions of coins on this game for as little as £10 a month. It's ridiculous. It's the price of a cup of coffee a week, and you'll never, ever have to use FIFA points again. We can guarantee that for certain. So it is over at futtrading.co.uk, the 12 days of foot trading. But for now, let's get into the video. Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a new video with me, Fuzzball40. As always, if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below and make sure notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. You get League SBC videos, trading videos on this channel, teaching you guys how to grind the game without ever needing to spend FIFA points. It's a very easy set of things to do, and I try and guide you guys through it as much as I possibly can. But if you want extra help, check out the website. From as low as £10 a month, you get buying and selling prices for absolutely every single card on this game. You will make millions. It's our guarantee to you guys. You can join the community in the Discord, get all the help from numerous mods, numerous traders. So make sure you check it out. But I'm feeling a little bit smug. This video is all about why you club stock and what I've been telling you guys to do for the last couple of weeks. So I brought out quite a few videos on club stocking players and making coins very easily with zero risk, and it is zero risk. Now, every single week on the site, I bring out a handwritten club stock guide where I tell people what to buy, how much to buy it for, and sort of why we buy it and the reasoning behind it. And I'm going to show you that. I'm going to show you what we did last week, because a lot of coins were made very easily. And then one thing that's important for you guys to know is I only tell you guys to do things that I'm willing to do myself. So I'll show you that on my other spare account, because that's where I was doing it, because we're trying to build up to 1 million coins on that account. So let's check out the website, starting with that, and we'll see what's happened. I'll be right back. Alright, friends, welcome to the Foot Trading Club Stock Guide. And yeah, anyone that's on the website can contest that this is what it said last week. Basically, I'll refresh it now so you know it's what it says this week. Basically, this is what the site does. Hang on, let me just make sure I've got it out. There we are. And basically, nothing really changed on it at all. Like, we wouldn't change anything. Every now and then we make an addition to it or take away something if we think it doesn't help. But the base of this was perfect. So, every week I update this. And the first thing we're going to look at is the Team of the Weeks. So, Team of the Weeks have held very low consistently. Because when there was no real demand for Team of the Weeks, when there's only one Team of the Week needed for a random player SBC, they go up a bit. And we always tell people to buy at a set price because we know what they're going to bounce to based upon other Team of the Weeks. And on the Club Stock Guide and in videos, I talked to you guys last week about it, okay? So we told people the max price to pay for these cards here, these 84s, was 12k, but ideally below. They were obtainable below. And then 11.5k and below for these cards here, ideally discard price. The reason we do that is they're basically discard price anyway. They're very little risk. There's no real risk involved in buying Team of the Weeks when they're essentially discard price. And it's a really simplistic way to make coins. You've just got to be patient. Sometimes they rise more than others. Sometimes they don't rise for a bit of time. But even if you just stick one in your club each week, we say this to everyone, if you're making 500k from the site, set aside 100k for club stock stuff, okay? Stick it aside, because eventually it will go up in value. But what did we get yesterday? We got the Party Bag SBC, and that required 2 Team of the Weeks, and absolutely everyone on this game was going to do that SBC without doubt. So the demand for informs was unbelievable, and EA did that on purpose, so when the price of them up, because it's not in their interest for them to be that cheap. And I would not surprise me if we see a second one, which will see the cards rise even further. But I digress. We're going to start by looking at these cards here. So we're going to look at Prado. We said buy him at 12k max, ideally as low as possible on him. 16k, it was the cheapest, but it's about 18,750 on the market. Massive rise. Gabriel, he's at 17,250. Massive rise. Really intense rises in these cards. Even 81 Indika rose to, 17.5k? Unbelievable rises. And even if we look at Realm, a 79 rated Inform, 79 rated, up at 15,750 coins. If you bought at the site prices, the minimum you would have made pre-tax was 5,000 coins per card. And I told you guys about this. It wasn't just a site, it was also in the videos. Now, versus promo investments, we looked at those as well. And again, I talked to you guys about this last week. I did it all live on stream. We told you guys about Pereira and Schultz. Both of them were pretty much discard price. Now, Pereira's up by about 1,000 coins. There are times he fluctuates a bit higher than that, but he's not massively risen, but he's not falling either. You basically get break even or slight profit on him. But Schultz was another one. We said go and buy him at discard price and see what happens on him because he's too low and he's doubled in value. Why is that? Number one, he was too cheap for a left back in that league. There was no reason why he stayed at discard price. He linked to people. But again, there's no risk involved in these cards, and that is why we tell you to buy these cards. Because there's zero risk at all. There's no real risk that you have to worry about when it comes to buying these cards and selling these cards. Realistically, the only risk you've got in all of this, and the only risk you'll ever have in all of this, is whether or not you really want to spend that amount of coins on that, or if you want to buy them later on and put it into something that's instant profit. That's something you've got to think about. So Nico Schultz, so profit there as well. Gold commons. We talk about these all the time. The moment they get down to 500-600 coins, buy them. Buy one of them if need be. And we give you these set prices based upon what they're at the moment on the site to really give you those coins. But for example, the Premier League, we said 600 and below. And talked about defenders specifically. We were most interested here in defenders doing very well. And you can see the Premier League for defenders have bounced. And again, they've not far off doubled in price from where their buy-in point was on them because of the upgrade packs. And that's why we talk about buying those commons, because you always need them in the upgrades. And arguably, the commons rise more because they've got more of a drop. The base price of a common is like 350 coins or 400 coins, whereas a base price of a rare is about 750. So those commons are basically better times to buy them. We talked about fodder, hasn't really shifted yet at all, but again, if you bought at these prices, there's profit to be made, but they've not really shifted too much. And then finally, rare silvers. And what we said there was any major nation rare silver discard is always a buy. It is always a buy. Never forget to stack up on these every single week. It is free coins, and they can double, triple, quadruple in price easily. Now, when this came out, all those were discard price. Bronzes as well. Bronzes and silvers were all discard price when I wrote this, hence the reason why it was in there. So now let's jump back over to the game, to my spare account, to see what I did last week. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just want to make sure we are recording properly, because I'm doing this live on YouTube. I had to pause for a little bit to record this bit because I just found out my brother's got into uni. He's got conditionals from some unis, but he's been offered an unconditional from another uni. So it's basically, he's going to the uni no matter what happens. So I'm super proud of you, Sean, super proud of you. So it's a little bit emotional. So we started this video a little bit later and then I wanted to do it, but I digress. As you can see, I showed you guys this in a video earlier in the week. And we got all our Nico Schultz's and we sold them and made very nice profit. So we don't just sit there with the coins, we then reinvested it. So we've got our Pereiras here, we'll probably let them go sooner. We'll make a little bit of profit on him, but again, not everything's going to come off perfectly. But as you can see, we went out and bought ourselves our Team of the Weeks last week, and we made very good coins off of them. So a lot of these cards, we're looking at sort of 5,000 plus coins profit. Very, very solid profit on them. So we'll get all these guys sold and make even more profit from it. So anything that I tell you guys to do, I do myself. Even fodder. We've gone out and bought, so 2,600, 2,700. And a lot of these cards are up in value. Are they up where I want them to be just yet? No. Ibrahimovic is rumoured to be in the Team 2 for the Winter Wildcard promo, so he should see a nice healthy rise. But I spread my bets across multiple different players, so I'm not just buying the same players. Now, Tadic is about 2.4, 2.5 right now. Mertens at 2.3, for example. We were patient with our buys, and we bought them when they were low. And it's why I always say to people, this is the maximum price you want to pay. But that is the maximum. It is not the price you ideally want to pay. You want to buy below if you can. Always want to buy below. So, for example, 2.7k is what Mertens is right now. Would I advise you invest in fodder? 100%. Go and buy 10 of him and buy 10 of another card and 10 of another card. Leave them on your transfer pile and buy them below what they're selling for right now. You cannot go wrong. Fodder isn't going to fly for the roof this year. I don't think we're ever going to see a point where 84s get to 10k, for example. But there will be a point in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, where these cards get themselves up to, I don't know, something in the region of about 3.5, 4k because they'll be needed for an SBC or they'll be out of packs. And if you spread them across, even if you do what I always advise you do, go and buy one of every single card. So get into your club, right? And you can go to your squad. Long way to go. We'll go back to transfer list. Go to your club and stick every one of them. And you can literally go, right, I'm going to look at my cards here. And I'm going to stick one of every single card in my club, okay? One of every single piece of fodder. And you just need to check their price, like, intermittently, right? As and when you want to do it. Intermittently, you go and pick them up. So outside of that, you've got these here. So you've got bronzes. And realistically, I didn't invest in bronzes on this account. And the reason I didn't invest in too many bronzes on this account was purely because I didn't have the time, okay? I didn't have the time. But we've got a few here. We've got a few League SPC guys. But it's another situation where you always want to make sure you're listing those up and you're doing it. Because like I just said, not listing up, buying them up. Because like I just said to you guys a minute ago, they were discard price when I wrote that guide. All Major Nation Silvers are pretty much discard price. Other than the ones that were inside major leagues, they were at discard price. They've doubled in price. Even now, to be fair, you can still pick up good deals. They doubled in price last night because we got an SBC that required a load of rares, and it also required a Winter Wildcard token. That card might be a decent buy, actually, because he's MLS. He is. Is he still there? Dubs. They required them for Winter Wildcard. And people are always going to do that, because at the end of that, there's a free card, free packs and whatnot. So people are always going to go out and do those SPCs. And so they rise in price. And why do we say to buy them when the discard price? Again, there's no risk. There's no risk in doing it. So absolutely every single time you see these cards come down, because they're going to come down again, probably today or tomorrow. Thursday supply, we get loads of silvers. The moment you see these cards get down to discard price, buy one of each and stick them in your club. You cannot go wrong. It's discard price. The maximum you're going to lose is like 15 coins. Who really cares? 10 coins on a bronze, 15 coins on a silver. But the max you can gain is 2, 3, 4 times that price. So it's literally a no-brainer. It always has been. It always will be. Now, some cards randomly rise more than others. Some of these cards last night were at 2,000 coins. Some of them at 1,500. Some of them at 600. But if you bought at 300, who really cares? You're getting double your coins back at minimum, possibly triple or quadruple. It's a no-brainer. Every week, that guy goes into the site with pure detail. As much detail as I can possibly give. So if you want to get that guide, subscribe to the site. I'm always going to advertise our site because it's what means I can afford to do this full time and not take any money from my YouTube and pay an editor to bring out video after video for you guys. But if you really want to do it that way, but this video right now gives you the basics. It gives you the basics. And why am I telling you some of this stuff? Because right now we've got a promo team that is out. And some of those cards are getting down towards discard. And even if they don't get right to discard, buying those cards with a chem style on them, Shadow or Hunter, we'll see you have no risk again. Because the gaps on those cards are 2, 3, 4,000 coins with the right chem style on them. So that is what you need to do right now to make coins. We always say it, always check that guide out and always watch the videos. And if it's not, I don't put anything in these videos that I don't do or wouldn't do myself. It's always stuff that I do myself. But if you're new around here, make sure you subscribe down below. Make sure your notifications are turned on so you never miss an upload. But for now, I'm out. Peace out. I'll speak to you soon.